Some shows don't need a celebrity narrator to introduce the show, but this show does. In a world filled with endless opportunities, why would two men who have built 13 multi-million-dollar businesses altruistically invest 5 hours per day to teach you the best practice business systems and moves that you can use? Because they believe in you, and they have a lot of time on their hands. They started from the bottom. Now they're here. It's the Thrive Time Show, starring the former U.S. Small Business Administration's Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark, and the entrepreneur trapped inside an optometrist's body, Dr. Robert Zillner. 2 men, 8 kids, co-created by 2 different women, 13 multi-million-dollar businesses.
Get ready to enter the Thrive Time Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of 5, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the CNC up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go!
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom.
Well, if you're out there today and you want to start a successful company or grow one, I believe you have 3 ways to do it. Now, somebody might argue and say you have 30 ways to do it, but let me just focus on the big 3. 1, you could be super talented. I mean, you could dribble the heck out of a basketball. You could be the most athletic person ever. You could be in the NBA, and people will pay you millions of dollars to do that. But for those of us out there that aren't at that athletic level, now we have 2 ways left. 1, we could start a company from scratch, and that's something you can do. And you have to run through the minefield of life, discovering what works and what doesn't. You have to learn from mentors and mistakes. Or way 3, you can buy or partner up with or team up with a proven system that's been shown to work year after year. And on today's show, we're joined with Peter Taunton, who's going to share with us about an opportunity that will allow you to achieve time and financial freedom if you put in the work and are willing to implement the proven systems. Peter Taunton, welcome to the Thrive Time Show. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm great, Clay. Good to be here.
So, Peter, just briefly, I know that some people know your background, others don't. Can you tell us just briefly, what is your background previous to today's interview?
Well, for the last 25 years, I've been in franchising, and on 3 separate occasions, I've taken brands, created something that I thought was relevant with the consumer's expectations and behaviors, and grown them to over 1,000 in each of those brands. Today, I have roughly 6,000 locations in 28 countries. So that's what I do. I create franchise brands that are relevant, and I'm in the process of launching my 4th brand right now, and it's going great.
And for people out there that want to look up these brands to verify that you're not a hologram, that I'm not making this up here, what were those brands that you grew? And maybe tell us about the new brand you're working on today.
So the brands are SnapFitness was my first. Fitness on Demand was my second. A third was 9 Round. All of those were in the fitness space. My 4th brand, which I launched a couple of years ago, is called Nautical Bowls. And in 2 years' time, we've awarded 168 territories. We've got 46 stores open and about 58 stores in build out and development right now. So it's a crazy hot brand in a crazy hot space. And what I love about it, Clay, is it's just a simple business. I always say it's a lemonade stand on steroids. Literally 1 full-time employee, 10 to 15 part-timers, really hot product and in demand.
Now, I'm taking notes here, trying to keep up with you here. So we got SnapFitness. You have 9 Round. What was 9 Round?
9 Round is a boxing concept. It's just a small footprint boxing concept. Help, typical membership, go in and follow a circuit. It's been a great concept, relevant. It's in multiple countries. SnapFitness is a typical 24-hour. You belong to one, you belong to them all. And that product's in 20 some odd countries. And then Fitness on Demand. Fitness on Demand is a product that resides in Marriott hotels, a number of different college settings, apartment buildings, municipalities. All great products. For if that's the niche that you're looking for, and as it relates to your workout desires. exercise desires.
Well, I'll put a link to all those brands so people can learn more about those. And then Nautical Bowls is the website now. Nauticalbowls.com is the current brand you're working on. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct. You bet.
Okay, so I'll put a link here. So I want to see if you can kind of provide our listeners with some education out there. So let's just say that somebody is not looking to buy a franchise today, but they're looking to start a company or grow their company. And they're a home builder, or they're a photographer, or they're any kind of business owner at all. As it relates to marketing, I'd love to tap into your brain about marketing to your ideal and likely buyers. Like what are kind of, because you built proven systems, you know how to do that. What are kind of Peter Taunton's rules for marketing to your ideal and likely buyers?
I think for my space, where I've had the most luck, was trying to identify what my product is and where my product fits in the eyes of the consumer. Okay, first and foremost, the product has got to be relevant. So once I feel like I've got the relevance that I'm looking for, then I look at my buyer, okay, my franchisee, if you will. That comes in a number of different shapes and sizes, because sometimes people, they're just looking to make a pivot in their career. Some people have a desire, they're passionate about a specific area, but whoever it is that's coming down the path of, I want to be a Nautical Bowls franchisee, I love the product, I love the relevance, we set them up for success, meaning we set the expectation. Here's what you should expect in getting into this business. Here's the capital requirements. Here's the time requirement. Here's the typical, and we don't like to get into a lot of this, but how do these businesses perform? Yeah. To me, the performance of the business is good, walks hand in hand with the relevance of the product. Okay. If the product performs, the consumer is going to validate it through their pocketbook. That's just straight up math.
Now I'm going to pull this up here. I don't want people to look at this here. So I'm going to Google search right now. I'm going to look up Nautical Bowls, and I'm going to try to spell it right too, which is one of the keys to success, folks. You want to spell stuff right. That's a big key to success. So let me get that right here. So you hit enter, you pull it up here. And I want to just to kind of be able to see this. If you look at a Nautical Bowls and you look at the outside, you look at the inside, I'd really want to tap into your wisdom here about where we can locate these, because inside they look absolutely fabulous. But where can we put them? I mean, do we have to be in a shopping center? Does it have to be in a strip mall? Does it need to be, what kind of a physical location do we need to be in, sir?
Generally speaking, our stores they're in strip malls. I mean, in most cases, strip malls. I love, strip malls in markets, by a college, by a high school, next to a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, next to a Starbucks. Take my store in Miami as an example. Right next to me is a Starbucks. There's a Starbucks, there's a Cold Stone ice cream store, there's a beauty salon, there's a sushi place, and an F45 workout studio. Literally 200 yards up the road is a Trader Joe's, and a mile the other way is University of Miami. So those are the things we look for. But with our franchisees, we help them find their real estate. We spent over $100,000 on analytical data. So we know who our customer profile is. In today's day and age, you can do an overlay and find out how many of those profiles reside in a given trade area. So the days of driving around in your car waiting for that gut feeling, that's yesterday. Today, there's analytical data supporting your decision on where you want to go.
Now, I'm going to zoom in here at your Miami location, and maybe I'm going to the wrong location. Maybe I'm going to the right one. I think I'm going to the right one here. Let me pull it up here. So Nautical Bowls, I believe I'm going to the right place here. I think if I'm doing it correct, we have a Trader Joe's over here. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Bowls over here. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to send in my a courageous paratrooper just to drop right in here. Here we go. Drop it in the paratrooper. Yo, dropping them in, rotating around here. So what makes, this sort of a location a good fit for you, sir, for people out there that are thinking about opening a Nautical Bowls in their area?
Yeah. So, that's probably an old picture that you're looking at, because our sign would be right there next to the Cold Stone ice cream.
Got it.
Yep. What do we like about it? So number one, the demographics in that area. I love that I'm close to a college, which has got 20,000, University of Miami, 20,000 kids. I've got a Trader Joe's a couple hundred yards up the road. I've got the tenant mix within my space. Fantastic. I've got lots of traffic coming through. There's Starbucks, people coming through all day, beauty salon all day, the membership at F45 all day. So you've got steady traffic coming in and out of the space, which is great. Every one of those visitors is an opportunity for me to sell my product. Secondly is obviously doing some joint marketing and some co-marketing with some of my neighboring tenants within the mall, Trader Joe's as well. having that college campus up the road with 20,000 kids is fantastic. I also have 6 lanes of traffic in front of me. They're not driving by me at 80 miles an hour. These are thousands of cars every day drive by each way, driving 45 to 55 miles an hour. Very easy for them to pull off. So all of that stuff blended together gives me a grade for a location.
So again, I'm just kind of taking notes here. So we want to make sure if we're out there listening, we want to grow our businesses. We want to determine a relevant product or service, for our ideal and likely buyer. And the location is key, and you help people find that location. Now, let's say that I get a Nautical Bowls from you. Talk about the level of checklists, and I'm not asking you to give out any trade secrets here, but again, what you're known for is building brands that are turnkey. So you don't open up, thousands of locations of something if you don't have turnkey systems. And again, just kind of at a broad brush, I guess, what kind of checklists and systems does every business owner need to have in place? And do you guys specifically have in place at Nautical Bowls?
Yeah, we do. I mean, honestly, Clay, the first step, if we're a good fit for one another and we award you the opportunity, the first team you're going to meet is our real estate team. We take all of that analytical data that we have, we put it against the market that you would like to go into. And we tell people all the time, when you buy a franchise with us, we ask them, where would you like to put your store? Because geographically, people generally have an idea where they want to put it. We look at that, and then we tell them some of the hot spots, the strong spots that are going to be likely good locations for one of our stores. So we help them through that process. And I tell you what, it doesn't all have to be in the same area. We have several franchisees with multiple locations in multiple states because we have a very simple business. I say it's a lemonade stand on steroids. So it's one full-time employee. So we help with the real estate. We help with negotiating the leases. We do all the blueprints. So we do all the architectural drawings. We even go in and pull the permits for the franchisees.
Wow.
Right? Anything that brings anxiety or stress in the shoes of our franchisee, we want to try to alleviate that because we have a lot of experience in those areas. Even construction, we will build out your stores for you. However, when we create your blueprints, we give you a complete set. If you want to go to friends and family and have them bid your store, we don't have any issue with that. But we want you to know, if you want us to build it, we'll build it for you. We typically get them done in 8 weeks. That's why I said today we have roughly 58 locations. We have 58 locations today that are actively under construction in build out. All right. So about 60-70% of them are using our construction teams. Others are using friends and family who are contractors. Then we do training up in Minnesota. You go through 4 days of training. And even when you leave training, you have a dedicated franchise account manager that you could pick up the phone, call them anytime, just about any time of the day, and you'll get answers if you have any questions at all. So a very complete and very granular process from front to finish, from signing your franchise agreement to opening and operating a successful store.
Now, I want to interrupt you with one quick question, because one thing that you've done well there's so many things you've done well with your career, but one thing is you built systems that are so detailed and so specific and so simple to use that somebody who is not as emotionally engaged as the owner, who is not as passionate as the owner, they can run them and do well. Could you talk about that for a second? Because I see a lot of business owners, they have a business, they have a system, but it requires a genius to do the system. It requires a very highly skilled person. Could you talk about that for a second as far as the level of simplicity with the systems you built at this point?
I think that's the sign, Clay, of a great franchise system, that you teach people how to fish. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, you should be able to take anyone from any walk and be able to teach them how to fish within your space. So for us, it's even once your store is open, it's the ongoing education. How do we take you from good to great, right? We share best practices that some of our other stores are doing, but we tell you, hey, look, here's the basic block and tackling that you need to do to win in the acai bowl space. And look, we're doing it very well. So we know how to position ourselves as a brand within the communities that we serve. We give them fresh content every day, okay? They're never going to be sitting at home around their kitchen table thinking about what's my next campaign going to be. They log on as a franchisee. They have all the digital assets right there. We show them how to use it, how to plug it in, and how to get responses from people and how to build their business. That's key. That not only comes from the marketing side, but the operational side. What are best practices? How do I manage my scheduling? How do I manage my food costs? I mean, all of those things. And even for us, food costs is a non-factor because we have almost no waste, almost zero waste. But it's the simplicity of the business, the relevance of the product. And that's why we're growing so fast, Clay. It's a relevant product. It's a product that people want. It's plant-based, dairy-free, soy-free, certified organic, no refined sugar. This is exactly what the consumer's looking for. They want healthy alternatives.
What do you charge for one of these things? What does it cost to buy one? If I'm listening right now and I just want to take the first step, I know for people who listen to our show often, they know that every week we have on the OxyFresh team on our show, and that's a great business if you're looking out there to start a brand new thing and you're trying to be $50,000 or less, and maybe it's your first business, and you kind of just like the idea of you in a van just owning your own thing. You have now that yours is a physical location, and it's a little more than $50,000. Tell us what the costs are, and maybe who'd be a good fit to buy one.
So really, it's not 50,000, but our business, we make it easy for people to get into business. Okay. So in order to qualify for us, this business all in is about 350,000. However, to get into the business, it requires 100,000 cash. If you have 100,000 cash, a net worth of $250,000, a FICO score of 750 or higher, if you can check those boxes, we can get you approved. We'll get you approved for a $250,000 loan on a 10-year term. No penalty for early payoff. So for me, look, I know $100,000 is a lot of money, but it is not a lot of money to get into a business of this caliber with the financing and everything put around it. So that's why it's so appealing. In fact, 80% of our franchisees are multi-unit owners and operators. 80% of them are semi-absentee owners. So this is not a business where people have to quit their day job. And that's what makes it so appealing. Okay, so it's a great gig for a semi-absentee owner looking for something that they can do on the side that's going to generate passive income. They don't have to quit their day job.
Now, Peter, I'm going to pull this up, and you can correct me as I'm typing this. And I know it can be slightly terrifying dealing with somebody who's pulling up documents on a show, and you don't know what he's going to pull up here. But here we go.
That's all right.
So we're going to get a mortgage today. And if I get a mortgage, and for anybody out there that's hasn't read this book, we've interviewed the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad on the show, Robert Kiyosaki, and we've interviewed the co-author Sharon Lechter. But they talk about it as an asset is something that brings an income, and a liability is something that takes income away from you. That's what it is. So if I were out there looking to buy a house today, and I did and how much did you say it is to buy a Nautical boat?
Well, you're gonna find it. You come to the table with 100,000, you finance 250.
Okay, so let's just say I was going to borrow $250, and let's just say I was going to borrow $250 though to buy a house. Now the house I'm going to buy, let's say I'm paying this much per month every month. A lot of people do that, and they go out. I might not make a return on it. Maybe I will over time if there's inflation and I sell it at a higher rate, higher amount later. But a lot of people don't bat an eye on that. I see a lot of people that say, I'm going to go buy a Suburban. I see a lot of people driving around a Suburban. They don't do a 30-year fixed rate on that, but they'll do a 5-year loan on that kind of thing. And you'll see people getting a Suburban, and they have a certain cost. It costs them per month to drive it. So you're saying that you already have financing options available where people, just like you go in to buy a Suburban or a house, you already have that available.
Yeah, it'd be 250,000 on a 10-year term. Go ahead and put that in there.
Let me put that in there. 250,000 on a 10-year term. Okay, put in there. And we might be $2,500 a month or less, you think, or
yeah, typically, the number that I put in there is 3,500. What does your formula spit out?
Well, I've got, again, I have,
you got an arm in there. I got you.
So again, I'm kind of hack just to give people kind of a general idea. But you think it might be, $3,500 a month?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's less than that, but typically somewhere between $3,000 and $3,000 a month.
Got it.
$3,000 and $3,500 a month on a 10-year term with no penalty for early payoff. So we have a lot of people that say, look, through my lens, I want to own 3 to 5 of these in the next 5 years. Yeah, we tell them, great, get them in, get them open, get them operating, and then once you get to your 3 stores, then go ahead and and start accelerating your payments if that's what you want to do.
Do you have financing partners that you work with, or different
Absolutely.
banks, or how does that work there, sir?
Yeah, we have financing partners, not only SBA, but private banks as well, regional banks as well.
Got it. Okay. So you help kind of connect that network. And I know a lot of people that in and of itself can be a difficult task to find a lending partner, but you guys have already done that.
We've streamlined it. In fact, they're not going to be asking for business plans and things like that, because these financial institutions, they're familiar with our product. They're familiar with it. They financed, 100 of these things already. So they understand the model. They understand the performance of it. So the risk from the bank's perspective, they're more familiar with the risk tolerance.
Now, I might save money by buying one of these in Tulsa, because my wife gets these acai bowls all the time for our 5 kids. How do I know what cities you're in? Is this a kind of an accurate listing of where the territory is available?
Yeah,
or how do I?
Yeah, if you click on, if you just say all locations and then zoom in, so that it'll tell you the dots on the map represent those that are open and those that are coming soon. The blue are open, the red are coming soon.
Got it. So the blue are open, the red are coming soon. So
you got it.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, because I don't know that I spend $3,500 a month on acai bowls, but I think it's got to be getting pretty close. We've got 5 kids, and every time my wife shows up in the Suburban, it seems like the kids are getting out of the vehicle with the acai bowls. And what she likes about them, I don't know who she buys them from, I think it's just whoever she can find, is that they are designed to be healthy.
Yes,
mom, that's kind of her whole focus, is making sure the kids are eating healthy. Let's kind of focus on the health side of it, in terms of the nutrition side of it. You're a health conscious guy. That's something you're big fan of. You're a big part. It's a big part of your life. That's your business is involved. Fitness. Let's talk about the health side of it. What do you think about the health benefits of the actual product?
Well, first and foremost, the fact that it's plant-based, dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free. Okay, just think about that. Because personally in this country, there's salad fatigue. I mean, salads are so overdone. And people, when the first thing they look for when they want to pivot in their eating, if they have bad eating habits, they gravitate towards a salad. This is plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, certified organic, all natural. So this is a bowl of superfoods. Okay, it's not a bowl, it's not a sugar bomb, it's not dessert. So in terms of what it is, and to anybody that's prone to allergies, we get compliments all the time. This thing, it tastes fantastic. It's a bowl full of superfoods, full of antioxidants. I don't have to worry about my kids are allergic to everything. Not with this. It's just a fantastic product.
Now, the final question I have here for you is you and how you make money. Now, this is for a lot of people, they go, yeah, what's the catch? I bet Peter makes money on this. Yes, that's called capitalism. So you don't apologize for that, but I want to explain the win-win relationship, the symbiotic relationship that should exist within every franchise. I mean, you are providing the systems, and the local owner can benefit from the use of those, but then you should be able to make some money as a result of their success. Can you kind of explain the win-win symbiotic relationship that is franchising, if it's done properly?
Absolutely. For us, we don't have a minimum fee. Okay. It's not a minimum. We don't go there. We say, look, we take a percentage of royalty. So we charge a 6% is your royalty. And then every franchisee pays into a 2% national ad campaign. All right. So the total is 8%. If I want to make more money, I have to help you sell more bowls. That to me is the perfect partnership. You don't have to come up with creative marketing ideas. We do that for you. To Clay's point, systems, processes, the POS system, the back office, the ordering systems, payroll, all of those things are all integrated. And that's what you get with a franchise. So for us, we say, look, we're motivated to help you find the best location that's out there. That's why we get involved with the real estate. We don't just take your money and hope you find a good spot. We say, look, now we're partners together. As soon as you sign the FDD, I look at it as a true partnership. We help you find your location, negotiate your lease, because success starts there. Okay, it's hard to fix a bad location. So we help you find the location, create all your marketing. So I love it. I always tell our franchisees, our interests are completely aligned. The more bowls you sell, the more money you make, the more money I make. And you know what? The more money you make, the more franchises you buy. That's how the big world works. Okay, our interests are completely aligned.
Now, folks, if you're out there today, I encourage you to go to the website today. Check it out. Again, it's nauticalbowls.com. I know somebody out there is driving in your car. Someone else is navigating down it looks to be like a gravel road on a skateboard while taking notes with an Etch-a-Sketch. That's nauticalbowls.com. Sir, I'll give you the final word. What would you say to everybody out there that's listening and anxiously taking notes?
Yeah, you know what? It's simple. If you go to nauticalbowls.com, just click on franchise opportunities. If you click on that, there's a one-pager. Right? One of my team members will contact you and give you more information. Look, we're very patient. We have our sales process is very smooth. It's not high pressure. We want to make sure you're a good fit for us as much as we're a good fit for you. I know you're going to love the product, not only the way it tastes, but how simple it is to operate it. That's key. It's a great product. You're going to enjoy yourselves.
Peter, I really do appreciate you carving out time for us. I know you're a busy man there. I can't wait to talk to you next week there, sir. Again, folks, that's Peter Taunton right there. The company's called Nautical Bowls. Thank you, sir. Have a great rest of your day.
Hey, thanks, Clay. I appreciate it. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Clay Clark and my Thrive peeps. It's Steve Currington, as you can tell. Although I'm not wearing my signature green shirt as usual, but I am riding in my signature green Lamborghini. And I just wanted to say how appreciative I am of Thrive and all the guys at Thrive Time and the show and everything that you guys have done. At Total Ending Concepts, we have had tremendous growth and a lot of things changing, especially on the marketing front. And from a coaching perspective and from a web presence and branding, and our internet leads are up. Everything is hammering on all cylinders, and really we're just trying to figure out how we can leverage the systems and the processes that we're learning at Thrive more in our business. So now we're setting up a lead tracking system that has been long overdue, and we're doing lots of stuff. But I want to take a minute and say thank you to Thrive and Clay Clark and Dr. Z and everybody for all the help in helping us grow our business and hopefully buy more Lamborghinis like this the more we sell. So appreciate it, guys. See ya.
Hi, I'm Aaron Antis with Shaw Homes. I first heard about Clay through a mortgage lender here in town who had told me what a great job he had been doing for them, and I actually noticed he was driving a Lamborghini all of a sudden, so I was willing to listen. In my career, I've sold a little over $800 million in real estate. So honestly, I thought I kind of knew everything about marketing and homes. And then I met Clay, and my perception of what I knew and what I could do definitely changed. After doing $800 million in sales over a 15-year career, I really thought I knew what I was doing. I've been managing a large team of salespeople for the last 10 years here with Shaw Homes. And I mean, we've been a company that's been in business for 35 years. We've become one of the largest builders in the Tulsa area, and that was without Clay. So when I came to know Clay, I really thought, man, there's not much more I need to know, but I'm willing to listen. The interesting thing is our internet leads from our website has actually, in a 4-month period of time, has gone from somewhere around 10 to 15 leads in a month to 180 internet leads in a month. Just from the few things that he's shown us how to implement that I honestly probably never would have come up with on my own. So I got a lot of good things to say about the system that Clay put in place with us, and it's just been an incredible experience. I am very glad that we met and had the opportunity to work with Clay. So the interaction with the team and with Clay on a weekly basis is honestly very enlightening. One of the things that I love about Clay's perspective on things is that he doesn't come from my industry. He's not somebody who's in the home building industry. I've listened to all the experts in my field. Our company has paid for me to go to seminars, international builder shows, all kinds of places where I've had the opportunity to learn from the experts in my industry. But the thing that I found working with Clay is that he comes from such a broad spectrum of working with so many different types of businesses that he has a perspective that's difficult for me to gain because I get so entrenched in what I do I'm not paying attention to what other leading industry experts are doing, and Clay really brings that perspective for me. It is very valuable time every week when I get that hour with him. From my perspective, the reason that any business owner who's thinking about hooking up with Thrive needs to definitely consider it is because the results that we've gotten in a very short period of time are honestly monumental. It has really exceeded my wildest expectation of what he might be able to do. I came in skeptical because I'm very pragmatic, and as I've gone through the process over just a few months, I've realized it's probably one of the best moves we've ever made. I think a lot of people probably feel like they don't need a business or marketing consultant because they maybe are a little bit prideful and like to think they know everything. I know that's how I felt coming in. I mean, we're a big company that's definitely one of the largest in town. And so we kind of felt like we knew what we were doing. And I think for a lot of people, they let their ego get in the way of listening to somebody that might have a better or different perspective than theirs. I would just really encourage you, if you're thinking about working with Clay, I mean, the thing is, it's month to month. Go give it a try and see what happens. I think in the 35-year history of Shaw Homes, this is probably the best thing that's happened to us. And I know if you give them a shot, I think you'll feel the same way. I know for me, the thing I would have missed out on if I didn't work with Clay is I would have missed out on literally an 1,800% increase in our internet leads. Going from 10 a month to 180 a month, that would have been a huge financial decision to just decide not to give it a shot. I would absolutely recommend Clay Clark to anybody who's thinking about working with somebody in marketing. I would skip over anybody else you were thinking about, and I would go straight to Clay and his team. I guarantee you're not going to regret it because we sure haven't.
My name is Danielle Sprick, and I am the founder of D. Sprick Realty Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. After being a stay-at-home mom for 12 years and my 3 kids started school and they were in school full-time, I was at a crossroads and trying to decide what do I want to do? My degree and my background is in education, but after being a mom and staying home and all of that, I just didn't have a passion for it like I once did. My husband suggested real estate. He's a home builder, so real estate and home building go hand in hand, and we just rolled with it. I love people, I love working with people, I love building relationships. But one thing that was really difficult for me was the business side of things, the processes and the advertising and marketing. I knew that I did not have what I needed to make that what it should be. So I reached out to Clay at that time, and he and his team have been extremely instrumental in helping us build our brand, help market our business, our agents, the homes that we represent. Everything that we do is a direct line from Clay and his team and all that they've done for us. We launched our brokerage, our real estate brokerage, 8 months ago. And in that time, we've gone from myself and one other agent to just this week, we signed on our 16th agent. We have been blessed with the fact that we right now have just over 10 million in pending transactions. 3 years ago, I never would have even imagined that I would be in this role that I'm in today, building a business, having 16 agents. But I have to give credit where credit's due. And Clay and his team and the business coaching that they've offered us has been huge. It's been instrumental in what we're doing. Don't ever limit your vision. When you dream big, big things happen.
I started a business because I couldn't work for anyone else. I do things my way. I do what I think is in the best interest of the patient. I don't answer to insurance companies. I don't answer to large corporate organizations. I answer to my patient, and that's it. My thought when I opened my clinic was I can do this all myself. I don't need additional outside help in many ways. I mean, I went to medical school, I can figure this out. But it was a very, very steep learning curve. Within the first 6 months of opening my clinic, I had a $63,000 embezzlement. I lost multiple employees. Clay helped us weather the storm of some of the things that are just a lot of people experience, especially in the medical world. He was instrumental in helping with the specific written business plan. He's been instrumental in hiring good quality employees, using the processes that he outlines for getting in good talent, which is extremely difficult. He helped me in securing the business loans. He helped me with web development and search engine optimization. We've been able to really keep a steady stream of clients coming in because they found us on the web. With everything that I encountered, everything that I experienced, I quickly learned it is worth every penny to have someone in your team that can walk you through and even avoid some of the pitfalls that are almost invariable in starting your own business. I'm Dr. Chad Edwards, and I own Revolution Health and Wellness Clinic.
The Thrive Time Show, 2-day interactive business workshops, are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you...
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and our ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those in that system has really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you are looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down, because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns, because our clubs were all closed for.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems, so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
I'm Ryan Wimpy with Tip Top Canine, and I'm the founder.
I'm Rachel Wimpy, and I am a co-founder.
So we've been running Tip Top for about the last 14 years, franchising for the last 3-4 years. So someone that'd be a good fit for Tip Top loves dogs, they're high energy, they want to be able to own their own job, but they don't want to worry about, that high failure rate. They want to do that like bowling with bumper lanes.
So you give us a call, reach out to us, we'll call you, and then we'll send you an FDD, look over that, read it, fall asleep to it, it's very boring, and then we'll book a discovery day, and you come and you can spend a day or two with us to make sure that you actually like it, make sure training dogs is something that you want to do.
So an FDD is a franchise disclosure document. It's a federally regulated document that goes into all the nitty-gritty details of what the franchise agreement entails.
So who would be a good fit to buy a Tip Top Canine would be somebody who loves dogs, who wants to work with dogs all day as their profession. You'll make a lot of money, you'll have a lot of fun, it's very rewarding. And who would not be a good fit is a cat person.
So the upfront cost for Tip Top is $43,000. And a lot of people say they're generating doctor money, but on our disclosure, the numbers are anywhere from over $1 million a year in dog training, what our Oklahoma City location did last year, to 25-35 grand a month.
To train and get trained by us for Tip Top Canine, to run your own Tip Top Canine, you would be with us for 6 weeks here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So we've been married for 7 years.
8 years.
8 years. So if you're watching this video, you're like, hey, maybe I want to be a dog trainer. Hey, that one sounds super amazing. Go to our website, tiptopcanine.com, click on the yellow franchising tab, fill out the form, and Rachel and I will give you a call. Our Oklahoma City location last year, they did over $1 million. He's been running that shop for 3 years. Before, he was a youth pastor with 0 sales experience, 0 dog training experience before he ever met with us.
So just call us, come spend a day with us, spend a couple days with us, make sure you like training dogs, and own your own business.
Well, the biggest reason to buy a Tip Top Canine is so you own your own job and you own your own future, and you don't hate your life. You get an enjoyable job that brings a lot of income but is really rewarding.
My name is Seth Flint, and I had originally heard about Tip Top Canine through my old pastors who I worked for. They trained their Great Pyrenees with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. They did a phenomenal job and became really good friends with Ryan and Rachel. I was working at a local church, and it was a great experience. I ended up leaving there and working with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. The biggest thing that I really enjoy about being self-employed is that I can create my own schedule. I have the ability to spend more time with my family, my wife and my daughter. So my very favorite thing about training dogs with Tip Top Canine is that I get to work with the people. Obviously, I love working with dogs, but it's just so rewarding to be able to train a dog that had serious issues, whether it's behavioral or whatever, and seeing a transformation, taking that dog home, and mom and dad are literally in tears because of how happy they are with the training. If somebody is interested, I'd say don't hesitate. Make sure you like dogs. Make sure that you enjoy working with people, because we're not just dog trainers. We are customer service people that help dogs, and so definitely don't hesitate. Just come in and ask questions. Ask all the questions you have.